Annie Clark coming to you live from York, Pennsylvania. So I am an educator at an elementary school and a leader in my community. And 7 years ago, I traveled to California because my mom was ill with cancer, and I went there to support her. And during that journey, I really spent a lot of time alone, and I really could reflect on the things that I liked and didn't like about myself. And that led to this book, The Journey of Hope from an Urban Educator. So we'll be talking about this more in the next couple of weeks. But right now, what you're here for is Smart School Session 1. And the whole idea behind this program is it has 4 levels to it, which is self-advocacy, organizational advocacy, community advocacy, and being ready to lead. People say, what is advocacy? Advocacy is knowing that you have an authentic voice and that your voice is valued and knowledgeable. And so how do we get to people from having this desire to want to lead to really being able to be ready to lead? Well, today's session, we're going to start with the 10 essential questions. So I wanted you to think about the following quote. You might want to get some paper and pen to write these down, your skills, get a notebook to put these things in, because we're going to put them all together in the end. So the first question I would have to ask you is, allow your ceiling to become your floor. If you think about it, even a couple years ago, what you thought might be impossible is something that you might be working on right now and having a lot of success with. Well, the only thing I can tell you is that I haven't dreamt big enough or planned big enough. When I started out to write the single book, I felt like this was too big. Like, could I ever get it done? And now that I'm actually have not wrote just one book, but 2, and now I'm on book 3, I realized what my goal should have been, or what my ceiling should have been, was to write 20 books or 40 books or whatever that number is. So if you're capable of doing one, you're capable of doing many things. So the first question I would like you to examine in allowing your ceiling to become your floor is, do you feel like you have the skills to get to the next level? And this is really a hard question to answer, because we all want to feel that we're full of skills and we're successful. But some of the skills that I have right now might serve me well in the role that I'm in. However, when I get to the next level, I'm going to need different skills or enhanced skills. So the skills that I had that made me an excellent teacher weren't the same skills necessary that I needed to be an administrator or a leader in my community. So even though being organized is a great skill, even as a teacher, as an administrator, as a community leader, it can look very different from one level to the other. And so I really want you to write down some skills that you have, and then I want you to write down, how could you enhance those skills? How could you take it to the next level? The next question I would like you to think about, and this is to get to really, why are we getting out of bed in the morning? What is that purpose for doing that? A lot of you are going to say, well, I need money. And lots of years I worked because I needed money as well. I still need some money to live, but it's not like when I was raising 4 children and they needed sneakers every couple months. You know, I had to really work for money. Now I get to earn money, but I really work in purpose, and I get to work in education. So what gets me out of the bed, which is always what has gotten me out of bed, was the children. Of course, it was my children, my grandchildren, and the children of our community. So I just want to make sure that they have a better life than maybe I had growing up, or, you know, I want to enhance their lives and make it better. So when you look at that, what is making you feel like you have this great purpose, this desire inside of you to make the world better? Where is that motivation coming from? And the reason I want you to take some time and write that down and really record it is because when you step into the leadership role, things can have, you're going to have bad days. You're going to have days that you really don't want to lead so much. And you're going to really have to get back into those ideas of, why did you show up there in the first place? Why did you think this was an important thing for you to do as a leader? The next question I want you to ask yourself is, do you love the work that you're doing? Now, again, you might say, I don't love it, but I have to have money, so I have to get this work done, and that's how I'm going to earn money. And I think that's great. I've worked my whole life, so I think that anybody who works is doing a good job. Even though you may not love the job you have right now, you can start making plans for the next job that you are going to love. Now, this may require you to get education. This may require you to get new tools or supports to get there. But if you really don't understand or know where that job is or what that looks like, you're going to have a hard time getting there. Some of the other things that I would like you to consider is, do you enjoy your health? Do you feel good about that? Do you feel like you are where you need to be health-wise? Could you exercise more? Could you eat better? These are things that I struggle with every day. I want to eat better, but I don't always eat better. I would like to exercise more, and yet I'm pretty tired at the end of the day, so I don't always exercise the way that I should. But I do keep it in my mind that this is something that I want to continue to improve on. And so I wanted to find really that balance. And what I had found when I traveled to California 7 years ago was I didn't have balance. I had been very successful in some areas of my life and not so successful in some other areas of my life. And what I thought was, if I didn't bring everything up to sort of the same level, I would stop growing in my capacity to grow my work. So that's what I've worked on. I've worked on being better in relationships and really setting some clear boundaries with people. And what does that look like? How do I want to be treated? How do I want to be spoken to? That's important. What kind of relationships did I want to have at work or with my children? That's important to set those barriers too. And what does that look like? I wanted to be a healthier person. I wanted to choose to spend my time around different types of people. I don't really want to spend my time with people who are negative or who are complaining or talking about other people. I want to spend my time with other women and men who are doing important work, who have important things to talk about, and really wake up with a great purpose. And not that people don't bother me. People do bother me, but I don't really want to talk about them. I don't want to spend my limited energy each day spent worrying about people that I may or may not be able to change. All of this is leading to some work that we're going to be doing on Wednesday in our live webinar on MapMe. This is taking people from their core to what does that work look like. What's interesting to me is that when I present this to children, young people, adults, everybody sort of like looks at it a little bit differently. And that's interesting to me. So children have an easy time understanding. If I say, what does your work look like? They'll be like, oh, it looks like an A, or it looks like me getting everything done, or my teacher being happy, or my teacher putting a smiley face on it. You ask adults, and what we a lot of times think that we're doing, what we're really doing are two separate things. So a lot of times when we say about work, what we write are the things we would like to be doing, and versus what we're actually doing. And so this way, I want people to go from that desire to actually getting some work done, moving things forward, not just talking about them, not dreaming about them, putting them into action and something deliverable. So these are the things that we're going to be working on in Smart School. And the whole idea of Smart School is I want you to work smarter, not harder. And sometimes people are like, I just want to get to work. You have to sometimes go slow to go fast. And I know that you want to get to the work, but if you rush to the work and you don't have the tools or supports that you need or the skills that you need, you're not going to do good work. And really, people want to work with people who do good work. And you want that to be your reputation, that if you are on a project, people can count on you to do the best work you possibly can do. So we're going to be doing that on Wednesday evening, Facebook Live. And I will put the link up on YouTube and LinkedIn. So Facebook Live, Wednesday at 5 o'clock. Join me for the MapMe. So again, my name is Annie Clark. You can look me up on Facebook. You can visit some of the other work that I've done at Hope Street Learning Lab, which is very important to me. And I'll look forward to seeing you Wednesday night for MapMe. And this is, again, a couple series of a 4-step program. And if you complete the program, you will get a certificate, which is fantastic. And it's just to move our work forward. If you have any questions, please feel free to give me a call at 717-324-8744 or email me at anne.clarkcos@gmail.com. or you can visit Skills Educational Consulting on Google. So I want to just say I appreciate you guys being here. I look forward to the work that we're going to do on Smart School. And thank you so much for watching.